Namaste. It is my pleasure to welcome you on this joyous occasion for all of us at Tata Motors. Today, we are taking a big step forward in our march towards green mobility. We are announcing the launch of our second offering for the personal EV segment, the Tigor EV. The Tigor EV will offer more choice to Vogue customers and further accelerate the ongoing EV evolution. The all-new Tigor EV, ladies and gentlemen, has been specially created to fulfill the need of optimal range and a safe, comfortable and enjoyable drive at a very accessible price. And to tell us more about the Tigor EV's evolution, its exciting features, powerful Ziptron technology and the various trims in which the Tigor EV can be enjoyed, I invite Sailesh Chandra, President, Passenger Vehicles, Tata Motors.
Thank you, Sudeep. We all know that the technology landscape around us is changing at a phenomenal rate. Similar trends are being seen in the mobility landscape across the world and in India as well. EVs are fast gaining popularity on the back of the solution they offer towards various mobility challenges being faced by the world. Globally, electric vehicles are taking off sooner than what was being projected. Urgency to address the climate change issue is shaping the regulations in favor of electric. Also, various barriers to adoption of EVs are being overcome and customer perception of EVs is changing fast in a favorable way. Nations as well as manufacturers are firmly moving towards electric mobility to ensure a better environment for our future. Countries like Norway that want all new cars to be zero emissions by 2025 have already taken the lead, along with Denmark and Sweden, with close to 50% of the vehicle sales being electric vehicles. The European Commission has proposed to end the sale of petrol and diesel cars by 2035. Also, Singapore, Israel and the United Kingdom are eyeing a similar shift by 2030. In response to these shifts, we are seeing the auto manufacturers, including JLR, committing towards going completely electric. Adoption of EVs among customers in developed countries is growing at a fast pace. The trend seen across the countries is that the initial adoption rate is slow, but then there is an exponential growth characterized by the classic hockey stick growth curve. India has a history of adapting very quickly to emerging trends and technologies as soon as they become accessible and provide value for money. This is what we have seen with the adoption of mobile phone, internet usage and UPI-based transactions. We believe that the adoption of electric vehicles in India will follow the same trend and possibly outpace developed countries as well. A few years ago, perception of EVs in India was not very favorable. They were largely viewed as a non-aspirational, expensive product that did not offer great performance or range. Below average build quality and reliability added to the already low levels of acceptance of electric vehicles, which made their market almost non-existent. At Tata Motors, we have consistently challenged conventional thinking and the limits of engineering to provide path-breaking yet accessible mobility solutions that are extremely relevant to India. For instance, take India's first indigenous hatchback, the Indica, or the first indigenous SUV, the Safari, or the first affordable mass market car, the Nano. They are just few examples of how Tata Motors has been pioneering to create new categories in the automotive industry. It is with this same determined spirit that we developed our first EV, custom made to the requirement of Energy Efficiency Services Limited, aimed at electrifying the fleet of government departments. However, this was just the beginning. Our journey towards the future has just started. We wanted to mainstream electric vehicles in India. To get a majority of Indian customers to start considering an EV, it was imperative that we achieve two goals. First, to create an aspirational product that exceeds the performance of an internal combustion engine vehicle, a vehicle that could break the myths and barriers which hold people back from buying an EV. And second, to put in place an ecosystem that supports enjoyable ownership experience of electric vehicles, at the same time drives progressive localization and unique solution needed for the category. Our first breakthrough was in January 2020 with the introduction of the Nexon EV. It made consumers realize that an EV can be aspirational, providing an exciting and thrilling drive experience. It was loaded with the latest technology and, more importantly, did all this without burning a hole in the pocket. Moreover, rapidly growing charging infrastructure, government incentives to push EV adoption, and rising prices of fossil fuels have been encouraging more people to adopt EVs. Also, the owners of Nexon EV have been sharing their personal stories of ownership experience, which is helping in breaking the myths and giving confidence to the prospective buyers. As a result, Tata Motors has over 8,500 EVs plying on Indian roads, with over 6,000 of them being Nexon EVs. Currently, 7 out of 10 EVs purchased by customers are Tata Motors EVs. To ensure our continued spearheading of India's EV market, we created Tata Universe, a holistic electric vehicle ecosystem where several Tata companies have come together to provide EV solutions by leveraging the synergies of group companies. This includes Tata Power, Tata Chemicals, Tata Auto Components, Tata Motors Finance, and Chroma, with Tata Motors at the center of this universe. To build the component supplier ecosystem, Tata Motors is collaborating with Tata Auto Components to localize battery and critical EV powertrain components. In line with the phased manufacturing plan under the FAME2 program, we have localized around 20 EV powertrain components. Tata Chemicals is planning to play across the value chain from manufacturing to recycling of advanced battery cells. Other group companies like Tata Motors Finance, TCS, Tata Elxsi are helping to take the Tata Universe to the next level. Specifically talking about the charging infrastructure, we, in partnership with our charging infra partner Tata Power, have expanded the fast charging network to about 640 charging stations spread across more than 100 cities. These charging points are situated in several prominent cities and on intercity routes across India. Part of our key focus has been to make long distance travel possible with an EV. To do this, we have energized fast chargers on key highways such as Hyderabad-Vizag, Chennai-Bengaluru-Mysuru, Delhi-Chandigarh, Delhi-Jaipur, Pune-Aurangabad, Pune-Kolhapur and Mumbai-Pune. Let's look at one of our customers who traveled 700 kilometers from Hyderabad to Vizag.
Hi, my name is Uday. I work for an MNC in Hyderabad as a management consultant towards the IT advisory side of the house. The trip I'm doing from Hyderabad to Vizag, it took a little bit of planning. I planned the journey like in 5 lapses. The first one starting from my home in Hyderabad, in Mayapur, to Suryapet. The second being from Suryapet to Vijayawada. The third from Vijayawada to Rajahmundry, and the last one from Rajahmundry to Vizag. Okay, the charging is completed and I guess we're all set to go.
Head east on National Highway 65 toward Mirpur Metro Depot Road.
So, in regards to the charging of the electric vehicles, people have a lot of apprehensions. From my point of view, it's been a smooth ride so far for me.
In the city, it kind of delivered around 250 kilometers per single charge with normal driving conditions and the AC on. while my experience on the highways during the long drives is that it clocked up to 270 kilometers.
So, the first leg of the journey is completed and we reached the 7 food court in Suryapet, which has a fast charger. Another aspect that actually drove me to get an EV is its ability to not pollute the environment. Here we reach a second planned charging station in Vijayawada. For me, it's real fun going on long distance drive at the comfort of your own personal car. Nothing like it. It's kind of an addiction to, daily get into the nexon EV and drive. Here we are at our third planned charging point, Sivashankar Tata Motors showroom in Rajahmundry.
Start the journey from Rajahmundry to Vizag, the last leg of our journey.
My sincere thanks to Tata Motors for making this possible, that today I'm able to drive an electric car all the way from Hyderabad to Vizag.
With the rapid expansion of EV charging infrastructure, Tata Motors is committed to faster adoption of e-mobility.
We have observed the charging habits of our customers, and we are not surprised that 95% of time any EV owner charges his or her car at home or at their workplace, and hence every nexon EV owner is provided with home or workplace charging solution. So far, over 6,000 home chargers have been successfully installed across the country, with many more on the way. Housing societies and apartments are increasingly welcoming the fitment of home chargers, and the installation process is completed within a week's time, and many a times even before the delivery of the vehicle. Tata Power is also exploring implementation of common smart charging points or fast chargers for residents in large societies to reduce the clutter as the penetration grows. Nexon EV has performed beyond expectations, and as a result, more customers have adopted electric mobility. We are fully focused on pushing the pedal to the metal to accelerate the growth of EV market in India. And we want to do that by democratizing Ziptron technology, which delivers performance, technology, reliability, charging, and comfort. We also want to drive greater adoption by offering different body styles and driving attributes to suit the varying needs of the Indian customers. In our next big step towards mainstreaming EVs in India, we are launching the Tigor EV powered by Ziptron technology as our second offering in the personal EV segment. The Tigor EV will cater to customers who are looking for optimal range, a safe, comfortable, yet a thrilling drive at an accessible price. With the Tigor EV, we want every customer who's looking to buy a car to actively consider buying an electric vehicle. With two mainstream EV offerings, bringing performance and technology to the fore, Tata Motors is encouraging Indian customers to evolve to electric. We unveiled the Tigor EV on 18th August 2021 and received an extremely encouraging response from the market. Now let's look at the key attributes of the Tigor EV. When it comes to technology, the Tigor EV comes with a 26 kilowatt-hour liquid-cooled high energy density battery pack that has an ARAI certified range of 306 kilometers under standard testing conditions. For comfort, the Tigor EV has a surprisingly spacious cabin with ample headroom and legroom. You can enjoy a comfortable drive that is vibration-free and noise-free. While we have always prioritized safety, we still have a surprise for you. We are proud to announce that the Tigor EV is certified as G NCAP 4-star rated, making it one of the safest sedan in the country. The Tigor EV will be offered in two exciting colors, signature teal blue and the Daytona grey. It will come with 3 trim options. The Exit Plus variant will have projector headlamps, hyper style wheel covers, 7-inch Harman touchscreen infotainment with 4 speakers and 4 tweeters, rear park camera, auto fold ORVMs, PEPs with push button start, electric tailgate unlock, and the Tata Motors Z Connect app powered by IRA with 30 plus connected car features. The future is not tomorrow, my friends. It's here, today. And it's time to evolve to electric.
Evolve to a drive with more power. Evolve to quicker pickups and longer distances. Evolve to cleaner technologies and quieter drives. Evolve to more fun around every corner. Evolve to information at a touch. Evolve to getting more out of very little. Evolve to that future today. A future with a lot more to come. The new Tigor and Nexon Electric from Tata Motors.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the Tigor EV onto the road. And finally, it's time to look at the prices for Tigor EV. Wishing all of you many happy miles of electrified and exhilarating driving.